About 3 years ago, I spent $40,000 just on words for two websites, just on content, just on articles. $40,000 in a 12-month period just on words. I had a team of like 30 writers. I used this service. I'd order my articles. They'd come back and I'd have to wait several days when the author submitted them. Then I'd have to read them. They were garbage. Sometimes I had to send them back. It was madness. I'm going to show you the AI tool I've been using for 2, maybe 3 years now that completely replaced all that. I no longer use human writers. I put out easily 10 times the amount of content that I used to, and I spend less than $2,000 a year on content, probably less than 1,000. I'm going to show you the tool today. I'm going to show you how to use it. I'm going to post some articles, and you're going to see exactly what I do. If you're new here, hello, my name is Bruce. I've been doing digital marketing, SEO, affiliate marketing since 2010. I make these videos because I love this stuff, and maybe you can learn something from this and implement this into your own business. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the tool I am talking about that I use now is called Autoblogging. I will leave my affiliate link below somewhere, wherever you see this video. If you want to check it out and use the affiliate link, I would get a small commission. If you don't, that's fine. Or if you want to go check out Autoblogging without using my affiliate link, that's fine too. I don't care. This is actually what I use. I use this thing all the time. I've got a bunch of sites hooked up to it. So I just hooked up my agency website, which I almost never use, but I was like, you know what? I could show this online. So I'm going to show you how I post articles on my, well, I don't really post articles. I post articles on my affiliate sites, but I can use this site as for demonstration purposes to show you how to post articles. So you basically, when you log in, this is like the main screen. When you log into your dashboard, what you're going to do is go here to integrations, and you're going to go click on WordPress. And then it's going to take you here. I'm not going to scroll down any farther because then it'll show like my affiliate sites. I don't want to show those. But I just hooked up my agency site to this, and I just put in the URL, the username, the password, and then you hit connect to your site, and it says connection test successful. So let's go here into post. Let's refresh. Okay, so here it is. So you always, when you're here, you scroll down, there's a button that says test. So I always test the connection before sending articles, because you can send look, you could drop 500 article titles in here. Like you could drop 50, right? So if there's a problem, you're going to burn up your credits if it's not working. I mean, it works most of the time, but every now and then something happens to the connection. Maybe your website, maybe your hosting changes name servers. There's all different types of stuff. So I always test it first, right? And it gives me this little thing. Let's see, right? So this is just a dummy, right? Just a sample post, right? There's no content or anything. It's just to see if the connection is working, the API connection test. That's all it is, right? Okay, so it is working. That's what it looks like. I usually don't go into them, but I see it here and I'm like, okay, great. And then I trash it. But now I know that it's good to go, right? So I can post articles. And it always goes to your posts on WordPress. It does not go to your pages. So that's just something to be aware of. Okay. And there's other ways to do it, like you can like do a bunch of articles and then it'll create like a CSV file. Then you can upload it that way. You could do it manually. There's like a couple ways to do it. I usually only do it this way because it just puts them directly in my drafts. I don't have to do anything. You do have to do a little setup at the beginning. I forgot to tell you. So when you're setting it up, there's a free plugin that Autoblogging has, and it's this one right here, JSON Basic Authentication. I don't know what JSON is. I have no idea. It's just a plugin. You hook it up, and then you do the test post to see if it works. And then if it does, great. Now, I usually don't use the images. You can have articles with images. In that case, you do need to add an extra plugin. I don't do that because I'm lazy. So you can do that. It's basically the same way. Anyway, so I asked ChatGPT to give me some article titles about like AI, SEO. It gave me 15. I chose these, right? You know what? I don't like this type of stuff because then like once the year changes, then it becomes irrelevant. So let me just take that out. So these are my article titles. I just asked ChatGPT, hey, give me some 15 article titles on this topic. And that's what it gave me. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to go into auto blogging. I've already tested it. The test is good. The connection is successful. And if it's not, it'll be like red and it'll say some weird stuff. It didn't work. And then you got to go like figure some things out. You might have to contact your hosting, see if there's something, whatever. It usually works, but sometimes if it doesn't, then you got to do a little bit of homework, I guess. Okay. So now there's all these different ways. I'm just going to show you what I do, right? There's a bunch of different ways it's a tool, right? And so like any tool, you can use it a bunch of different ways, right? Like a knife, you can create, you can use it to like cut a steak, or you could like use it to like produce a table, whittle something crazy, like whatever. It's a tool, right? You can use it a bunch of different ways. So I go into here into quick mode, right? It's under modes, quick. I go to bulk generate. I use bulk generate even when I'm doing one article just because I'm used to it. I don't even go to the single article. So this is just the quirk that I've developed because it's just, I don't know. I know this layout and I'm comfortable with it. Now, you don't have to put anything here. I always like to do like the name of the website or maybe an abbreviation of the website and then like the date. So like determined and then like, and I spell it out because it adds a bunch of numbers to this stuff. So I'd say it's August, so August 19, right? And that's more just for my own. So if I have to go, because you can go back into your history, like if you do a bunch of articles and like you don't, if you do like 50 articles and for some reason it'll only send 30, it'll recredit you, and then like you can go back and look. But if you haven't like given it a project name and it's just some random numbers and you're doing bunches of articles, it'll be kind of hard to figure out which one. Anyway, so this is something I do. You don't have to do it. I do. Okay. And you can come up with some different like naming scheme, whatever works for you. I use English. Type informative. You know what? This listicle thing is new. I want to try it. Yeah. For this purposes, because I'm trying to explain it, I won't use listicle, but I want to. Professional. I usually just say professional. You know what? I haven't tried. This is new and this is new. And that's new. Let's do less AI words. I have no idea what that'll be. I just usually leave it on medium. Sometimes I'll do long, but usually just leave it on medium. Tone of voice, I almost always leave it on auto, but you could change it around as you can see, first, second, third. I will do FAQs. I like FAQs for general stuff. I do not like the FAQs for specific stuff. So if you're doing a review of like some specific Nike running shoe, like a specific product, the FAQs aren't great. Or if you're doing a review of a specific company, the FAQs aren't great. But if you're doing like general stuff, the FAQs were good. I don't know what the Intense Optimize articles is, but it's free. You see how I got 1,500 credits. So this is all based on credits, right? So like less AI words. So it's one extra credit. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 3 extra credits for this, right? So it's like a menu, and you can add things. And I do like the automatic SERP analysis, godlike mode. So I use that. It goes out and studies, like if you do like the top 10. So if you do like best running shoes, it'll check out the articles on the first page and kind of see what those articles have and incorporate it into your article. I have no idea. This is what I use. If you're going to be doing this on like your real business, like a local business, like a roofing company, like you probably might want to try the human proofreading. This is a new thing. I've never used it because I put this stuff on my affiliate sites and it's like whatever. AI proofreading. Do I use that? I don't think I used to use that, and then I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I do use this. I use this one. I like that. I do like internal links because these aren't the best internal links, but I hate I'm not going to take the time to go back and internal link on my website. And this gives me some internal linking. It's not the best, but it's better than me doing nothing. So I use that. Auto post to WordPress, of course. That's why I did the connection test. I don't want to manually upload this. Haven't done this. Don't know what it is. You'd have to. They got a YouTube channel. They got all types of stuff. You can figure it out. Source context. I don't actually need to do it for these articles. Location. I'm always doing stuff in the U.S. So I never do external links, and I never do YouTube videos. You can if you want to. I'm just saying me. I don't use them. I do want the outline inspired from the competition. I always select that, and I mix it up, but I do like key takeaways, and I swear Google does too, and Bing, and DuckDuckGo. So not always, 50 to 75% of the time I do that. I mix it up. Ideally, I'd like to do it all, but like I don't want like all my stuff to look the same, so whatever. Domain, okay, here's where you put in domain. This is for the internal linking. Future schedule articles. I don't use that. And here's where I'm going to pause it so it doesn't show my sites. Okay, so usually the categories works. It's not working on this site. I don't know why. Usually it'll show my categories. And here are my categories. For some reason, it's not showing them. Not sure why, but I want to get this video to you, so I'm not going to stop and like just go down the rabbit hole figuring out why that's not working. So I'll have to manually categorize it. If you're doing a bunch of articles, like 50 articles, you'd want to figure out why that's not working. It could be something there. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. Post status. Yeah, I don't want them automatically published. I always do draft. I don't auto-generate titles. I guess you could just drop keywords in there, but in this case, these are article titles. So yeah, I don't need it to auto-generate titles and auto-generate slugs. No, I never use these two. Boom. Okay, here I'm going to pause the video. It's currently 4:26 p.m. and we'll see. It could take minutes. It could take hours. Usually it's not too long, but I'm going to pause it here until the videos appear in my drafts here. Okay, so the articles have been delivered. It is now 4:33. I don't know what time it was when I paused the video. What did it take, like 10, 15 minutes? Maybe 20. I don't know. But it depends, right? It can be different. So let's go ahead. Here's the articles draft, right? Draft. See, 3 draft articles. Draft. Okay, so let's edit the articles. I actually don't do any editing really. So this is some editing I'll do. Because I like to break this up. So I might do something like that. Because this is going to be the first thing people see. So I might do something like that. Maybe I do one maybe I do one space or whatever, but a lot of times I'll do that. Not all the time, a lot of times. And then if you're doing a bunch of articles though, you could just post all these articles, and the ones that gain traffic and stuff, then you can go back and work on them a bit. But so what I do, the main thing that I look for is, and you see how understanding AI's role in marketing, you see how it's a heading 3, H3. So it already does your heading tags, which is great. But what I'm looking for is internal links. In this case, I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Maybe because the category thing wasn't working, it didn't find any internal links. I don't have any other articles on my website about. Okay, so that's a little bit of a bummer. What I usually do is I don't. In a situation like this, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd post one article at a time. The first article might not have internal links, but then because it's posted, when I do the second and third articles, they will find the first article, so they'll have something to link to, but whatever. And then here are the frequently asked questions. Okay, so I'll want to call this, you know what, I haven't done anything. Let's say AI marketing. New category, right here live on this video. AI marketing. Boom. Where'd that go? Unselect, uncategorize, and we're going to hit publish. Take this. All right, so let's go to post and publish these other two. Classic editor. See, again, so like right here, I think I only need to do one, right? I usually like to do no more than 3 lines of text and then a space. So here it did do an internal link to the homepage. I'm okay with that. Don't have a ton of content, and I think maybe that's why. GTmetrix. So sometimes it does this, right? Like I don't want. It's linking to GTmetrix and Google PageSpeed. I mean, those are actually good things to link to. You know what? Normally I don't like external links, and I told it not to do that, so it's not perfect, right? In this case, I'll leave them though, because those are actually pretty reasonable. Now, I don't want to link to Moz, although it did find the correct link. I don't want to link, right? Yeah, Ahrefs. I told it not to do external links, I thought. Anyway, so that's why I kind of glance over. You see, I'm not like reading everything, but it's like, you know, I'm going over it. Okay, good enough. And we're going to go AI marketing, but that's not the auto blogging's fault because I didn't have that category set up. Copy. Here, I'll do the last one. You don't need to watch. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to take these 3 articles or links, and I'm going to drop it into Speedy Index to increase my chances and speed of getting them indexed. I like to force indexation. I've talked several times about Speedy Index, but if you have a question about it, let me know. And yeah, so that's auto blogging. I use this tool all the time. It's sweet. I no longer use human writers, and yeah, it's a great tool. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It's been a long video. If you thought this video was terrible, please give me a thumbs down. If you have any questions, leave them below and I will answer you. If you would like to get auto blogging, I will leave an affiliate link. I highly recommend it. Check it out. Yeah, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.